Okay, so we're going over the practice problems for Unit 7, Lesson 7. So, in the context of elevation, what would -7 mean? It means the distance between -7 and sea level. Remember, we always say distance is positive, so even though it's negative, it's still 7 feet between 0 and sea level. 0 and -7 is 7 feet. All right, number 2 says match the statements written in English with the mathematical statements. All right, so we're looking for the number -4 is a distance of 4 units away from 0 on the number line. So that would be the absolute value of -4 is equal to 4. So number A is 4. B, the number -63 is more than 4 units away from 0 on the number line. Okay, there's our greater than here. The number -63 is more than, so that would be this one, number 1. C, the number 4 is greater than the number -4. Okay, so that one is this. The number 4 is greater than -4. D, the numbers 4 and -4 are the same distance away from 0 on the number line. So you're going to have your 6 here. That's an equal to. E, the number -63 is less than the number 4. Okay, that's this one. Number 2. And F, the number -63 is further away from 0 than the number 4 on the number line. And that's the only one left, but it is that one. So F is number 3. Number 3, compare each pair of expressions using greater than, less than, or equal to. So we have -32 is less than 15. The absolute value of -32 is 32, and 32 is greater than 15. C, 5 is greater than -5. So when you have those absolute values, you have to do, it's the positive value. So that's what you have to look for on these. D, the absolute value of 5 is 5. And the absolute value of -5 is also 5. So these two are equal. E, 2 is greater than -17. But 2 is less than the absolute value of -17, because the absolute value of -17 is a positive 17. G, the absolute value of -27 is 27. And the absolute value of -45 is 45. So 27 is less than 45. On this one, they don't have the absolute value around the -45. So we have the absolute value of -27 is 27. So 27 is going to be greater than -45. All right, for number 4, it says, Mai received and spent money in the following ways last month. For each example, write a signed number to represent the change in money from her perspective. So her mother gave her $25 in a birthday card. So when they say a signed number, they're saying positive or negative. So this is, she got $25, so that's a positive 25. She earned $14 babysitting. That's a positive 14. When you do positive numbers, so this can be 25 or positive 25. This can be positive 14 or 14. She spent $10 on a ticket to the concert, but a negative number, you always have to show the negative sign. So that'd be negative 10. And then D, she donated $3 to a charity. She's giving that away. She doesn't have it anymore, so that's a negative. And she got $2 interest. That's interest is earning money. So that's a positive 2. Or just 2. For number 5, here are the lowest temperatures recorded in the last 2 centuries for some U.S. cities. Temperatures are in degrees Fahrenheit. So Death Valley, California was negative 45 in January of 1937. Danbury, Connecticut was negative 37 in February of 1943, etc., etc. Which of these states has the lowest record temperature? So when we're looking negative 45, so that would be California. Which state has a lower record temperature than Florida or Georgia? So this is Georgia's negative 17. Florida's negative 2. So lower than that would be Connecticut with a negative 37. Nope. I'm sorry. So let's try that again. Which state has a lower record temperature than Florida or Georgia? So Florida and Georgia. Florida is negative 2 and Georgia is negative 17. So lower than that would be... Oh, I'm sorry. Which one of those is lower? Georgia. Which state has a lowered record temperature? Connecticut or Illinois? Connecticut is negative 37. Illinois is negative 36. So that would be Connecticut. And how many more degrees colder is the record temperature for Georgia than Florida? So Georgia is 17. And minus 2 is 15. So it's 15 degrees. The difference between negative 17 and negative 2 is 15. Even though it's a negative, it's still, the difference is a positive. Okay, and then find the quotients. So the quotients for A is 1.4. B, now look, you're going, there's 3 decimals and 3 decimals. There's 2 decimals and 1 decimal, so that's going to be 14. Same numbers, just moving the decimal. You have 3 decimals and 2 decimals, so that's going the other way, so it's 0.14. And 24 divided by 15 is going to be 1.4. Okay, that's it.